Swagoo right here on Twitter. Sam Darnold about to be the next Ryan Tannehill. Book it. Joe Brady, who's the offensive coordinator, about to show you all what you do with raw talent and elite passing ability. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be shocked. So there's a lot there to unpack. Let's start, first off, just with the trade itself, Marcus. I didn't have you here yesterday. What was we just saw a taste of it there. Give me your reaction to the trade and what you expect from Darnold now with a fresh start in Carolina.
Man, I was so excited for Sam Darnold. Listen, G, you know I've been on this show talking about how inept Adam Gase has been as a head coach. And to bring a rookie into that situation and ask him to operate and raise the level of where that team was, I think it should be a finable offense. And the fact that he gets to go to Carolina after what we saw Joe Brady do with Joe Burrow at LSU, but before that, being in New Orleans with Sean Payton and watching quarterback play at the highest possible level it can be played at, to put him in Carolina with Matt Rule and Tepper, who's an owner that has given Matt Rule the type of contract where he can take these chances and develop guys over time, I was just ecstatic for Sam Darnold. And I think finally we'll have a chance to properly evaluate if he can turn out to be the guy that I think he can be. And I think that's a top-level talent at quarterback.
I'm with that. And so, Joey, again, you would have covered Darnold in college and seen what he's done through the pros here, and now they may have some options to make here. How do you see it? How do you see the fit of Darnold and his potential there in Carolina relative to the possibility that maybe a quarterback falls there and they take one?
I think it's a great move for Sam Darnold. Sometimes you're in a place where things just aren't working out, and it doesn't matter how much talent you have. I think a lot of times when we look at talent in the NFL, your success depends upon the pieces around you, the way you interact with your coaching staff, what they're good at versus what you're good at. And so anytime you have a young quarterback that is as talented as Sam Darnold, that is in a situation like he was at the Jets when things aren't quite working out the way they should, it's great to get to a new place, get a new scene, a new coaching staff, new teammates, something to start fresh with, to go in and be the Sam Darnold that got drafted high that everyone thought was a terrific talent. Now he gets a chance to go in and start over. Yeah,
so Graziano, let's live in that world for a moment, that Justin Fields does fall to 8 and Carolina sitting there. Yesterday, Mike Tannenbaum on this show said if that happens, they should take Justin Fields. And I yelled and screamed at him. Now, Marcus just said the same thing. I'm a lot more comfortable yelling at Tannenbaum than I am at Marcus for a lot of obvious reasons. But Dan, what do you think? What is your sense? If Fields is sitting there at 8, the Panthers just made this trade, would they take the quarterback?
I'm assuming you're very comfortable yelling at me if we follow the logic there. But I think the thing to understand about Carolina is they came into this offseason intent on elevating the ceiling for them at the quarterback position. They had high hopes. They were talking about Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, those kinds of deals that just don't seem to be on the table at this point. So they go to Darnold. So, yes, if Fields is sitting there at 8 and they believe Justin Fields is a better long-term play for them than Sam Darnold, then yes, I believe they would consider it and possibly even take him. I just don't know exactly how the Carolina Panthers feel about Justin Fields. But yes, if they have him rated ahead of Sam Darnold and he's there at 8, I would not rule that out at all.
My goodness. I mean, we just pointed out that Darnold is a guy who's third pick in the draft and never got a break with the Jets. Now, if he shows up in Carolina and they take another quarterback in the top 10, let's see how that thing plays out. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.